good morning, family. Good morning and welcome to my live stream. I just want to say I'm up and grateful, and I'm also grateful to you tuning in to my channel. I really do appreciate. So I'll go ahead to share this a little bit. I'm trying to share. So if you're new here, please. Okay, let's get back to this. Hi. Nas Olson. Hi, guys. Good morning, good evening. I'll appreciate if you drop your location on the comment section so I can know where you're watching from. Thanks so much for tuning. Thank you so much for tuning. I appreciate. So let me introduce myself to you if you're just new to this channel. My name is Carrie Yvonne, and here we do talk about lifestyle. I upload vlogs about China and also family vlogs sometimes, and also skincare, and just so much fun things going on here or videos on my channel. So positive vibes, and I really, really love positivity, and I'm sure you do. So today we're talking about life in China, okay? I don't know if you've ever visited China before, but let's talk. Can you enjoy me in the video? Ha 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 ha. Of course, yes. Can you say my name? Margaret Rodriguez, right? Margaret Rodriguez. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. I'm not talking to you, Margaret. ah, in 7-inch destroyer. I'm scared of this name. This name looks scary. Do you mean? Welcome. Welcome. First thing before I proceed, have you ever visited China before? Have you ever visited China? Have you ever? I mean, how are you doing, lady? I'm good. 7 inches. I'm good. And you? And you? The last time I checked, you didn't actually subscribe to my channel. Can you guys imagine? Yesterday, I really had so many views on my live stream, but just 3 people subscribed. Can you imagine? I'm on my journey to 1 million subscribers, and I really do appreciate when if anyone comes in and share, and we build a community of love and support. I like supporting anybody who's doing something great. I really, really do like supporting. I like helping out if that person needs my help as well. So it will be my pleasure for us to know ourselves. First, start subscribing so I can know who viewed or who watched my video from the end, and I can go back to your own channel and I subscribe and I share as well. So could you guys please do me a favor of just spreading the good vibes? Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, right now I'm driving home. So I'm in Shanghai precisely. You might be wondering where I am. China is a very big country. You know that. And a lot of time people think that, oh, let me show you guys what's going on here. Okay. So I'm going home. This is S20. This is the outer ring road. So always busy, and that's how it is. All right, back to business. Why are you in China? Because I love the people and I love China. I love China. It's a beautiful country. It's very, very safe. Very safe. I tell you, you could actually walk out at any time of the night. Your kids could actually go anywhere during the day and they could walk out and play freely without any interruptions. But then it's safe. It's actually safe. It's a beautiful country. That's why I really wanted. Do they like black people? That's a very, very sensitive question, which um, I can't really tell. Well, when it comes to foreigners, the hospitality is great, but then I can't really tell and I can't really answer this question right now because it's very sensitive and yeah. So you can inbox me about it. But then, to an extent, I can say a yes, I can say a no, because some places, some people, it depends on who you meet. Sometimes you might meet someone, some people, they really like you, and that's okay. Their first time is their first time of seeing a black person. And the joy is, the very inquisitive, and I mean, your skin color, and you know. So it depends on who you meet. Like if you go down to the countryside where you don't have so many foreigners, probably you could just foreigners are spotted, you know, because in China, we foreigners in China, we definitely want to live in a city where we can easily relate or want to live in the countryside that much because the countryside is slow and you don't really have a lot to do. But if you want your Chinese to be really perfect, yeah, then you first go to the countryside. While after that, then you can now move on to the bigger cities. Okay, so and back in the countryside, like in this country area cities, yeah, you're a foreigner there, you're being respected. For that, I love it. You're being respected, and they don't really know. The ignorance is too much, okay? Ignorance, first time seeing a foreigner or a black person, and, the questions are marveled. The impression they have about, dark people or people with skin color is probably really different, the media and everything. So this is a huge question. But then I have friends who really accept you the way you are, they take you for who you are. They don't really care if you're black or white. They do have black wives and they do have black wives and foreign wives or husbands, right? So it's different. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So it's very, very different, but it's a very beautiful place to live in. To actually, you can do here, and you can easily build a business here, a brand, because the government really encourages people to actually open up businesses, build your business. You can come up with your license. Once you show up and you're serious, you have the money, you can start from somewhere, right? And keep going, keep going, keep going. It's not going to be easy, but you just need to keep going, all right? And the taxes are not so much on you, especially for beginners. So it's really encouraging to a point. But then, after COVID, it things really changed a lot. So I think we were the highest. Yeah, we got hit by COVID, and I actually stayed at home. We were actually at home for 8 good months. 8 good months without I mean, when I mean home, it's home. The highest place you could move out was just downstairs. That's if no one was infected in your building that week. So it was a very, very tedious moment for me, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy period at that time. And COVID actually hit in different cities at different times, right? So normally, when Shanghai was locked down, other cities were going normally. Everything was normal, and people were living their lives. You're in the same country, and someone, and they are actually having their life going on, but you are indoors. Okay, you're being locked up. So it wasn't an easy period for everyone. Lots of foreigners left China at that time. A lot of them. They couldn't take it. They couldn't take it. Lots of foreigners left. They actually said, I'm done with this. I can't take it anymore. Like, you couldn't even drive out. If you had to go out, you needed permission from your community, uh, and the building and everyone. You needed a paper, handwritten paper, signed and stamped. And after every 200 kilometers, you will find the police and they will ask you to show up that paper. If you didn't even have a car, then trust me, you're going to be home 24/7 every day. So it was a very, very difficult period for me and family. So it's not easy. That's terrible. Yeah, it was really, really terrible. Really, really. I'm originally from Cameroon. Yes, I speak Chinese. I speak Chinese. I speak Chinese, although it's not super perfect, but I speak. When I go to the hospital sometimes, there's some vocabularies and some words which could be sometimes challenging, but then I speak Chinese as well. So there's nothing. If you talk to me, I understand better. I speak. Yeah. So that's it. Impressive. Oh, thank you. Yeah. When I first came to China, I came as a student, so I practically learned the language by university for a semester, and then I went back home, and then I came back again to China, and then I went back, and then I came back, and that's it. So, oh, you literally try to learn it, but some people actually don't go to school. But trust me, if you don't really go to school, it might be so difficult for you to grasp the language or the origin of the language. Okay, so you need that little background in order to speak perfectly and in order for your accent to be actually great. Okay, so you need it. You actually need it. But some people, well, they don't. But in a city like Shanghai, where I am, Shanghai has lots of foreigners, and you won't walk past 2 to 3 people without them knowing how to speak English. So it's different. But if you go down to those smaller cities, far, far, far away, you won't. No one will speak English there. I think English would be a hard nut to crack. So usually most foreigners who come to China and they find themselves in such cities, right? And then what do? You have no choice other than to learn the language perfectly. And every city has its own accent when it comes to speaking Chinese or the Mandarin. They have their own accent based on their local languages. So it all depends on where you are. But the Mandarin language is standardized, and everybody, even the students, go to school to learn it. Do you guys know that Chinese language is even more difficult, is the most difficult subject in Chinese schools? I tell you, they'll tell you, oh, if you have 100, if you have 80%, or if you have 100% in Chinese, then in Chinese language, then you're a genius. So the language itself for the student is not an easy thing. So that can really, really tell you how much that is. But then it's a very beautiful language. They do not have past tense, present tense, future tenses. Just like English. There's no past, present, all those tenses we have in English. No, it's not there in Chinese. The only difference between what happened today and tomorrow will be the days. Okay? Will be the days. And as you're speaking the language, you're including that this happened yesterday. Okay? This happened yesterday, this happened today. That would be the only difference. So that's it. And usually when you go to the market, okay, I tell you something. Okay, here in China, there are lots. There are. It's a business. It's a business country as well. I'll put it that way. And a lot of foreigners do come here to buy because people, someone online, and then okay, they come here, they want to buy, they want to do. So people think that oh, if you just want to buy maybe some clothes, branded clothes or something, you just move to the nearest market or to the nearest mall and buy. No, it requires a lot. If you want to get the best, then you need to invest in researching. Yeah, there's a lot of research going on that you have to do. You need to find someone who has been in China in order to take you around or just do your research because every city has its own best, its own legacy and what it's good at. So if you get to a city where they are not good at producing something that you want, then you literally buy it at a very, very expensive price. And maybe your return won't be good. Okay? Are you guys there? Are you guys there? Please, if you're there, if you're listening to me, just give me a shout out. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Let me go. Feel like I'm talking to myself. So it's Friday. Fridays are fun. I know you guys are still about to meet Friday, but we're almost half the day here. So life here is it's very fast. Yeah, it's fast, and if you're not fast, trust me, you might not catch up. Okay, so different, different. And also, when I just came to China, like when my friends knew that I was here, and even some family members, the impression people had was like, hey, China has a population of 1.3 billion. So where do you live? How do you guys cope there? Is there enough space for foreigners? So they usually ask, is there space? I mean, how do you guys live? But I tell you the truth, when it comes to managing space, trust me, Chinese people are the best. When it comes to decorations, oh my. When it comes to road infrastructure, I have traveled, I can't say I've traveled around the world, but I have traveled to other countries. And trust me, the Chinese infrastructure is one of the best in the world. And they could build a road, let's say, they could use a weekend to actually finish building and actually working on a road project and it's done. So that's to tell you how hardworking they are, right? And Once people start, or once the contractors or the engineers, once they start a road project or a tunnel or building a tunnel or building a bridge, there is no turning back. So they work day and night. Day and night they work there, and also they build in some tents around the working area wherein they can sleep, they can, you're not going back home until you're done with this project. That's how it happens here. So sometimes it turns out to be hi, hi, catnap, hi, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. So sometimes it turns out to be, we turn out to feel bad for these people. And trust me, not every Chinese person really want to be a road contractor or want to build roads because it's so strenuous. Usually, some of them have no family. They lose their family because of doing all of this, right? Because imagine that you're building a bridge, and the bridge could take maybe a year or two to be over, and you can't go back home to your family. It's not easy. So usually, the wives, like if I'm married, if my husband is a road contractor, then I too will be that. So that when he's building and working, so I'm with him. So here, the man and the woman, basically, usually most families, the couple are doing one job, like they're doing this thing, the business together. There's no splitting. So we are working on this work project together, and that's it. So that's how it works here. So always together, one business, man and woman. That's it. A woman can do anything that a man does here. It's not even something to brag about. So they do it. So in the case of building homes or tall buildings, so because Shanghai is one of the most beautiful cities here. So every other Chinese person would love to live in Shanghai. Yeah, most of them live in Shanghai. Half of Shanghai's population are those who are not from Shanghai. They're probably from other cities nearby, or yeah. So during Chinese New Year, which we're about to experience next month, the city of Shanghai is so empty because almost everyone will return back to their hometown. Chinese people return to their hometown, and I tell you, that's the most busy moment. So during Chinese New Year, no traffic. Life in Shanghai is even boring. Our friends advise us and they tell us that, hey, it is better to enjoy Chinese New Year. The city is a whole thing that's fact. I think 8 cities. I've been to 8 different cities in China. So I've literally lived there for a while, and so life is different. Life out of Shanghai is different. Why? So calm. Those cities are so calm. Usually, not all of them do have very, very big roads like this. Life is just so quiet. Sleeping early, waking up early, and no noise. And so people are so welcoming as well. Life is cheap. Shanghai is very expensive. So probably I've never been to these cities during Chinese New Year, but I plan on, if ever I am here during Chinese New Year, or I get to spend my Chinese New Year here, I'll move on with my Chinese friends because they're going. Like everyone is going back to his or her hometown, and then Shanghai is just so empty and boring. So it's a different feeling. So during, let me tell you, let me bring you back to COVID. So when COVID hit at Wuhan at that time, it was during the Chinese New Year, right? So a lot of Chinese people moved out of their cities. I mean, everyone went back to his hometown. And when COVID hit the country, those in the city where the COVID originated, they couldn't move out to other cities. And so every other city knew that, hey, this city has been infected. So if they know that you're from this city, you can't get back into the, the city where you came from, right? So usually, I take an example, like for example, in Shanghai, it was Chinese New Year. Everyone went back to his hometown, and Shanghai was just like empty. I'd say half of the population of Shanghai was out because they went back to their home cities, their hometown. And now, when it was time to go to come back, they'll be like, "Hey, if you are from Wuhan or if you are from these infected or affected areas, you can't go back to Shanghai. You can't move into Shanghai." So there was no way that people actually moved in. It was really a hard nut to crack. So the tussling was it was so chaotic. So it took a long time for everything to get back to normal. I think it's last year that we stopped wearing masks. Last year we actually stopped putting on the mask. Last year, I think mid last year, we stopped wearing masks. Whereas other countries already stopped long time ago. But you see here, we wore masks like since 3 years straight. No caps. 3 years straight. Can this man go? This is crazy. Oh, sorry. Driving here sucks, guys. So, but then, if you're planning on visiting China, maybe for business, that would be a great idea. If you want to start a business here, if you want to start your business, then you can visit the lots and lots of factories here in China. There's every factory, everything, anything you need is very, very available, and you can always come in and get whatever thing you want. Just make sure that you plan for it. Yeah, just get the right things at the right time. Just plan it, and yeah, you're good to go. So just keep that in mind. The people are nice. Yeah, they're good people. Everyone has his own shortcomings. No one's perfect. So when it comes to business, yeah, you do it. They'll receive you, and you love it. Are you guys there? Are you guys there? Are you guys there? Please, if you're there, give this video some likes. Like, and share. Like and share. Like and share. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. One love. Okay, talking about another thing that I forgot to mention is here in China, if you're a foreigner, right? In order for us to get for all the other social media platforms that you and I are familiar with, you need a VPN, and you you need an iPhone. If you do not have an iPhone and you have another, maybe the Oppo phones or the Android phones, it might be a little bit difficult for you to probably access the Western world. So you need a VPN because they have their own social media platforms. They don't care about YouTube. They don't care about Google. They don't care about the social media platforms that you and I know. WeChat is the toughest. So here, if you're in China, you're planning on coming to China, make sure you download WeChat. So if you have WeChat, with WeChat you can do everything. So you can pay with WeChat, you can order a taxi through WeChat. You can do everything with WeChat with your phone. You know, everything you can do with WeChat. And they also have Alipay. So these are the means of payment, that online payment that the buyers will need or we use here. So, and these are also our social media platforms. They have Douyi, they have Bilibili, you know, they have Youku. Youku is just like Google. So there's anything you want to know, you're gonna know. So lots and lots of Chinese citizens, a lot of them do not really know so much about YouTube, right? They don't know what they don't even know what Google is all about. So it's a very, very different world. And usually, we like foreigners can't easily access these platforms. Why? Because you need an ID card. You need probably a Chinese ID. So it's probably not going to be easy for you to access them or to access it or penetrate into this social media platforms. But unlike the chatting platforms where like WeChat, like I'm not gonna mention Alipay because Alipay is not so common in chatting. So WeChat is really, really common. Everybody, 1.3 billion people in China have WeChat. So you can imagine how that is. So you can't survive without WeChat. It's very essential. So that's it. And also they do have the other platform called Douyi. So it has the TikTok level. So the logo is the same as TikTok. So that's their own TikTok. They call it Douyi. And it's really fun, guys. It's fun. It's fun. Just like how you see TikTok there, it's the same way. So it's super fun. And they love it. That's what they know and they love it. So there's just a lot. They do live streaming, selling. There's just too much. Hi. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this live stream, and you can ask your questions. Any question about China, feel free to ask. Just feel free to ask. I'm waiting for your questions. I think I've spoken a lot. I'm waiting for you to ask your questions. Even after this video will be loaded, you can still ask your questions down below, and I'll be so happy to answer. So guys, ever don't mind. Once the video is loaded, you can ask your questions, and I'll be so happy to answer. So when it comes to food, I think that Chinese people are they know how to cook. Yeah, they have good chefs and they know how to cook. The food is yummy. You won't actually feel like. Sometimes there's some restaurants where I walk into, and I feel like I'm home. So when it comes to food, I think it's okay. I think it's great. I love all anyways. It's good, it's healthy, and a lot of their meals are actually not gonna make you pull in weight. So there are gains, weight loss, and also they really do live a healthy life, and they eat healthily, and they sleep early, and in fact, they're so careful. They're super careful. All right, guys. I'll wait for your questions, and okay, let me go ahead and read the. Mhm. Oh, he asked, "Do I do OnlyFans?" No, no. What do you mean by that? Who sent this? Oh, thanks for subscribing. Oh, Daniel, I don't know how to do this. Um, hi. Thanks so much for tuning in. So I talked about if you have any questions about knowing anything about China, just let me know. Someone asked me, yeah, just go. I was talking about China lately and life in China. Please, if you're just coming in, do consider subscribing, like this video, and ask your questions. I'm here to answer you. Oh my goodness. So, if we're not having questions yet, I will be signing out. There are no questions. I'm gonna sign out. Thank you guys so much for your love, your time, and everything. I really appreciate. Thank you guys. Thank you. Getting in. Yes, yeah. Oh, this guys didn't go anywhere. Woohoo! Okay, guys. No questions yet. I guess they're almost going to bed. Still on it, guys. If you have any questions, just drop it down and then I'll answer you. By the way, I just uploaded a video on. I uploaded a video on me communicating with my son's friend in Chinese, and my kids speaking Chinese as well. So you can check. Leave your questions aside, and I'll be glad that you came up. So leave your questions. Are you planning on visiting China? Like, which city do you want to go to? Drop below. Please, if you're just joining, we were talking about life in China, how things are, how the people are good, the culture. Yes, they're welcoming, the hospitality is great. Yeah. And if you're also planning on coming to do a business or you're planning on launching your business, then it will be okay, it will be good for you to start this way. So it's a good place if you want to start your business. Okay, give me a second. Gonna park it, park it. Trying to park. Trying to park, guys. Let's go forward a little bit. Oh, okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, bye bye.
我爱我家，专业让家更可爱。
So I'll have to leave now. So I'll show you guys around. So I live close to Water Bay. Ah, that's my car. Alright guys, until then, bye bye.